Monster Island Secrets.
Thanks for coming back for more Monster Island Buddies Secrets. Very recently, we covered the first 5 post-Paradox episodes of the show, episodes 101 to 105. Now, we're going to cover 5 more episodes, including episodes that set up the ongoing lore of this Monster Island Buddies reboot. Like last time, you are enjoying this video because of Bai.jp, so very briefly, Bai is a proxy service for Japanese shops and auctions. I use Bai to buy things I do videos on, like this, and this, and this. You should use Bai too, you'll find some wild things you might want. I have a special link in this video's description where you can get 2,000 yen to spend on your first order. Because I appreciate their sponsorship, I'm going to remind you of this great offer a few times during the video. It's going to look like this. I hope you not only understand, but actually give it a try. On to the secrets. The next episode is Mind Swap. This is the Godzilla cave from the TV show Zone Fighter. Not sure why I used Star Wars Death Star paneling for the lab, but it looks nice.
Looks like there's a little water on the bathroom floor. I better watch my step. Oh no, I'm slipping. Oof!
So Titanosaurus hits his head and reverts personalities yet again. And for the first time, we see the world through his eyes.
Oh, you're talking to me, Mr. T. Rubber Ducky? I pity the fool. Oh.
So when he calls people things, he's not really insulting them. It's just what he literally sees. So anytime we've seen him humping a rubber ducky, it's because he actually sees April O'Neil, I guess. The mind-swapping stuff was challenging. I had to do character voices impersonating other character voices. But it's possible this entire episode was just made to correct a mistake I'd previously made where the Mutos are the wrong genders.
Here we go. Here comes Rodan with his...
Rodan sings his song Here Comes Rodan, which we've heard in a pre-Paradox mailbag.
Here comes Rodan with my big wingspan. Here comes Rodan, fly like Peter Pan, so I get this song.
It's quick, but in the background we now see Space Gauss and the other Godzilla are officially hooking up.
But the Mind Swap gun is out of juice. It'll take about a day to recharge.
So this whole Mind Swap scenario is fixed off camera, which I guess upset a lot of people, because I got a lot of comments from people who really needed to witness this all being resolved in order to accept that it was all resolved. This is one of my favorite fan mails. Obviously, it's a bit of a Seinfeld reference with Destroyer making bad crab puns. His horn's a little dented here because he was in a drawer squeezed against other toys and I didn't realize it was getting dented. So episode 107 turned out to be an incredibly important episode in the whole post-Paradox story. It starts with Godzilla living with the displaced alternate Godzillas from episode 100, and there's only a few at this point. If you remember, these Godzillas all came from universes that were destroyed but never repaired, so they had no place to go. And the space-time pair of ducks let them all live in Godzilla's universe.
When his timeline was destroyed, this Godzilla was displaced in the universe. The same happened to these other Godzillas.
Hey.
Since their universes are long gone, and they have no place to go, we gathered them here to help you in the war.
If you listen, one Godzilla is doing the same cancer rant Godzilla did in episode 102. One is going on about pistachio nuts for some reason.
Have you ever noticed that everything here gives you cancer? Destroyed because pistachio nuts are fucking amazing! No sir, I don't like it.
And this one is quoting the horse from Ren and Stimpy.
Dad, the babies are making an absolute mess in the kitchen.
That's a very rare appearance of the babies.
When I get upset, I just have some wine, a book, and I'm good again. It's that easy.
So, this line from Space Gauss was actually recorded for episode 102, but it got cut from the episode while I was editing it, so I still had this little bit of audio, and I just repurposed it for this episode. Okay, so now we are introduced to the idea that reality has weak points, and more are appearing for some reason, leading alternate realities to bleed into our reality. So Mechagodzilla made a device that allows him to pass through alternate realities, and he's got a variant of himself being a lab assistant.
I come from a reality where tomatoes are currency.
Now Godzilla is in the world from the anime trilogy. No real Easter eggs here, just a lot of bits I really like.
One time I got drunk Thank God you're getting me out of here. It is so exhausting pretending to be so cheerful and positive all the time for that woman.
Alt Godzilla is having the same issue with Space Gauss that Godzilla Prime had. So here's something I never thought I'd shoot, Godzilla whacking off. To the cover of the DVD Earth Defense Widow, a movie Orga had reviewed on his show.
Oh, this one looks good. Look, maybe we'll see her boobies.
We know from Orga's review that we do not see her boobies.
What the fuck, you're all back now? You said she's stripped naked.
Yeah, but I already told you don't see anything. Just her belly and her back in this scene that feels like it goes on for hours.
Oh, so this mailbag references Manila's video camera from way back when, and it begins a running joke that I outright stole from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where there's only one VHS tape around, and every time somebody uses it, bits of what it was previously used for can still be seen.
Stop the tape! Stop the tape!
Holy shit!
Episode 108 kicks off a three-parter, and in a way it's the first real driving force of the series' long arc. Now, when I first introduced Ultraman to the series pre-Paradox, admittedly, I didn't know a whole lot of his lore, just kind of the basics. But now, reintroducing his world to this series, I'm much more familiar with specifically Showa-era Ultraman, so I could do the character more justice. I made this title from scratch using a YouTube tutorial, and I'm very proud of it.
What do you mean you don't cover water damage? I saw a commercial where J.K. Simmons said that you covered a dog blowing up a house. Why don't you cover something that's actually gonna happen to me?
This is actually a real gripe I have with insurance companies. I've had some water damage that they didn't cover, but then you'll see J.K. Simmons in a farmer's commercial bragging that they once covered a bear hang gliding into a kitchen or some shit like that. So Ultraman sings "You Are an Asshole" to the tune of the farmer's insurance jingle.
You are an asshole. Fuck you. In the last 5 years, I've had to bring you back to life 14 times.
When we last saw Ultraman pre-Paradox, he died. And we can assume that that was one of the 14 times Zafi is referring to here. And it also explains how he's alive again in this series.
Ow! Get him off me!
Cross the streams, camera. Go! Look! Ultraman and the Marshmallow Man. Oh shit, are they alive?
Not even a little bit.
They're both dead!
Now, I won't lie, there is a difference in performance between the Ultraman-centric episodes and the Godzilla-centric episodes. The Godzilla ones tend to do much better numbers on YouTube for me, big shock there. But I fucking love playing with the Ultraman characters, especially Pigman.
Assemble and lead a superhero team? That's a great idea. Yeah, I know that's not what you said at all.
Obviously, we have an American Idol parody, and Titanosaurus calls Ultraman Zone Fighter, who was Toho's answer to the success of the Ultra shows. Titanosaurus also references Staten Island, which he seems to do a lot.
I can. Oh, I just farted. Oh, I'm sorry. I just kind of slipped.
Farts are funny. You're in.
Another fart joke?
Well, I don't mean to brag, but one time I did save the Earth from the end of times.
The Godzillas are referencing the final episodes of the pre-Paradox era.
Whoa! I know you. Aren't you currently dating my ex-girlfriend?
And here are more pre-Paradox references. And here's a reference to how the monster Bagan was slated to appear in several Toho movies, but always got cut.
Next! Who's next? Bargain? Ugh, I've had enough of this. I'm just gonna go into the back room and pick some random people.
And that was going to be an ongoing joke in the series, that Bagan would keep being referenced as just off camera, but it would never work out that he would get to come on camera. But that whole running gag, it just didn't work out.
Ultra Friends. MacLeod Ultra. Something with Ultra. Yeah, sure. Ultra Baka it is.
I had a hard time naming the team because every team with Ultra was already taken. So I went with Baka, which many of you know is Japanese for idiot.
Wait, who are you?
I'm Manda. I was in the 1963 movie Atragon.
Here's Manda doing his running gag that nobody can remember who he is.
A new ruler is coming, and we have Godzilla to thank for it.
Huh? Hey, what? Don't drag me into this.
Now, currently in the series, we know that this alien is referring to Belial, and we know they have Godzilla to thank because the paradox was Godzilla's fault. The whole reason that there's all these weak points and other realities are bleeding into our reality is an after effect of the paradox Godzilla caused in the original series.
We're like 6 years in the past. Wow, look how young and stupid I looked back then.
I'm finally gonna do it. I'm gonna ask Mothra out on a date.
Not cool, man. Now I'll never marry Mothra.
Rodan, you're disappearing. It worked.
What? No!
Quack. Hooray! I guess.
Quack. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this wasn't the greatest plan.
The Zarab we captured told us there's a Bolton alien on planet Earth.
Impossible! What?
A Bolton is an alien that lives in multiple higher dimensions at once. Some theorize we can't even perceive it, except for this part here.
The Bolton on planet Earth is dying, and as a result, it's pulling nearby dimensions into each other.
We don't know the full scope of their plan yet, but at least now we know why they have Godzilla to thank for what's happening. The title Shoot the Invaders was used for a very early Ultraman episode, the second episode? Early one, and the first appearance of the alien Boltons. So this episode's title is a nod to that. I'm not sure why I gave this 3-episode arc an 80s motif, but there you go.
We must find that lab.
Ooh, Monsterverse Kong joins the show via an unofficial YMSF Sakura Kong figure. Yeah, technically that's not Monsterverse Kong or King Kong. Technically it's just Sakura Kong. Ultraman is looking at a script for this episode. Ultra 7 is with the girls from Final Fantasy VII, who made it back into the Monster Island world. And by this point in the series, we've seen them with Kong, Godzilla, Gamera, King Caesar, probably more. And you can see King Caesar in the back there with a woman.
Hey, you know Baka is Japanese for idiot, right?
Motorboating Ultra 7 for you. In Mechagodzilla's lab, the Star Wars panels are also the floor panels.
I know someone nearby who might be able to help.
Mechagodzilla is referencing Leopardon, who was originally going to be a bigger part of this story. He still might be, but he just has not been around for a long time. Confirmation that this new Kong is the son of King Kong we saw pre-Paradox, who did indeed say bananas, am I right, on the show.
Hey, bananas, am I right?
Lady Kong and Mighty Joe Old are also there. And here's the first appearance of Belial, pulling all the strings behind the scenes.
There's a rumor going around that you killed my father.
Nah, that wasn't me. It was Gorosaurus, right here. Hi.
It's true, it was Gorosaurus who killed King Kong pre-Paradox.
I was supposed to be a Monster Island buddy. You took that away from me.
Hey, Gorosaurus, come on. He's had enough, all right? All right, come on, Kong, get up.
He's dead.
So there's alternate Mechagodzilla being killed or broken, but we'll see the lifeless body in episodes down the road, including when Godzilla pilots him.
Shot! Ah! My tail! You son of a bitch! You broke off my tail again!
So that's not technically true. When he says you broke off my tail again, I believe in the show it was the humans who shot off his tail in the original Ultraman appearance. So Amanda is squeezing the alien so tight it falls asleep. It's an old cartoon trope, and I don't think a lot of people picked up on what was going on there.
Man, we canceled this year's Apocalypse for this?
Oh yeah, this was uploaded on the 4th of July, just like the original Apocalypse episode, exactly 1 year ago. So that line works very well.
Not on my watch. Now who the hell are you? Leopardon.
Leopardon mispronouncing his own name, why not? It should be Leopardon, I mean, seriously. And this is the last we see of Kong for a few years. If I was still doing a seasonal format for this show, this episode would be a great season finale.
Welcome to Earth!
Welcome to Earth is a random nod to Independence Day.
The downfall of the Ultra Warriors is imminent, and there's nothing you can...
Bitch, I'll slap you with your own tail.
He spoke the truth. Presently in the series, the downfall of the Ultras has happened. What is happening?
We were ambushed. I'm not even sure what hit us.
Polarizer joke, along with an Alan Smithy reference there. If you don't know who that is, give him a Google. And that wraps up the first 10 post-Paradox episode of Monster Island Buddies, which is exactly 1 year of Monster Island Buddies, and the beginning of a sweeping new story that's taking me years and years and years to tell, but hopefully it all pays off when it's all done. For all of us. I'll make secrets for the next batch of episodes after we hit 200,000 subscribers. So if you're enjoying this and you're not subbed yet, sub! Until next time.